Okay, second video of the day. Wait, I'm purposely trying to hide. Like, this is supposed to be the background of the video. Hold on. I really wanted to record a YouTube video. This one's gonna be kind of chill, whatever. I don't know who's gonna be interested in seeing, but this is gonna be a look inside of my sketchbook prior to the one that I have a new sketchbook now that I'm filling up, and this is not the very first ever sketchbook I've had, but this is my sketchbook that I used primarily in university during my studies in college. So I feel like there was just a lot of like, and then it just has so much character. Like, look at this. Like, it looks like it's been through the world, and that's because it has. And I was like, maybe I could just go through them, tell the stories, what it's inspired by, and things like that. And I do want to say I do a lot of reference photo drawing. Like, I'm not really good at just drawing off the top of my head. Like, I like to use reference photos for bodies and things like that. I'm really into figure drawing. When I was in school, I took several figure drawing classes where I was drawing actual nude people when I would come to class. Like, I had that class for like a whole semester where it would either be a nude woman or a nude man, and we would just draw him for like draw them for like 2.5 hours straight, the whole entire class period. I think we had like a 15-minute break, and the nude person had like a 15-minute break, but the whole time, like, they would just do a pose, butt naked, and we would all just be like, it was insane. I don't even understand how. Did I expect that to be my college experience? No, but when I tell you that shit actually like really made me a better drawer, because without the clothes you can really see like how skin falls onto bones, if that makes sense, and like you see the muscular like you just really understand like the anatomy of the body to where you can really get good at figure drawing. Like, I know it sounds sick and twisted, but it's like kind of necessary. Like, it kind, well, maybe not kind of, like, maybe she could have like had a bra on and like underwear, but she didn't. She was butt naked, okay? Bush and all, okay? Bush and all. We didn't see like, anyway, this is, I don't want this to get like, not demonetized. I don't make money yet, but like, I don't want to get too inappropriate, because even though it's like, it was appropriate enough to pay for in school, but I guess it's not like, I don't think that's appropriate to like say what I was about to say. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys too, my origins with drawing started off with my love of anime, and then also having family members who already were really good drawers, and they were really into comic books and anime. So I had like an uncle who was really good at drawing like Dragon Ball Z like characters, and like even got something tatted on him that he did that was like a Dragon Ball Z character of him with like a microphone because he used to rap or whatever. And then my I had a cousin who actually introduced me to the platform DeviantArt when I was like 10, 11, 12. And when I say it, and I've seen crazy things on. I don't know if I was like it was age appropriate to be on there at that young age, because I've seen some things I don't think I was supposed to see. So basically what I'm saying is I knew about furries way before they were like a thing to like the mass public, but I didn't. There was, it wasn't called furry then, okay? But not that that's all I was looking at. Like, there, like DeviantArt, if you don't know what that is, I think it's still around now, but it's not the same. I mean, people still use it, but basically back in its heyday when it was like on and poppin', like you could basically upload your art onto this site, whether it was digital sketching, whatever it was, and you could build your own following. And they had their own like money system where like you could get points, or like like they're basically like coins where you can like, we're able to, like, it was just really cool. You're able to build a following, build your own world of characters, or whatever you were into drawing, photography. Like, it was just an awesome platform, like, for everything in terms of like artist wise. And I got into it because I had a cousin that was like a year or two older than me. She had her own following on there. She had like thousands of followers, and she used to draw like fan characters, Sonic characters. So I would just copy her, copy my uncle, like just trying to learn how to draw. Like, I thought it was so cool. And then that's actually how I got into anime. I don't think I ever, like, when I first got into it, what interested me about anime wasn't the actual storylines, but just the art itself of the anime. I always thought it just looked so cool. And that's honestly just like, just to give you some background information on like what inspired me to start drawing, I would say it's mainly that, cartoon characters, and just, yeah, regular cartoons too outside of anime. But I really had this desire and urge to draw anime characters. I mean, I'm not the only one with that arc in their life. Anybody who's artsy, who's drawn, and who happens to possibly have an interest in anime is like that. But yeah, no, it did not stem from wanting to draw animals or nature. Like no, like or realism drawing. I never gave a f about realism. I was into anime, drawing anime characters. That's the only reason why I watched anime. I just wanted to see the anime characters and I just loved the art style. Like I was just obsessed. I was obsessed and still am. Like I wish and it's the thing is nowadays I find it so hard to like watch anime because once you watched a lot of them have the same basic plot, I'm not going to lie, and it's kind of meant for like a younger audience. Now, no, there are some adult animes that are good, but again, I just find the plot line to be a bit redundant, but I kind of feel like that about a lot of shows. I don't really watch TV anymore in general, so I'm not trying to ish on it. I've have my favorite animes. Just to reference one, Nana. I have a few posters hung up everywhere of like Nana. I really and I've also read some of the manga of Nana. I like Death Note. Everybody loves Death Note, but I remember when I first saw that show got me hooked. I'm gonna tell you guys this. My intro to anime, I think the very first anime that I remember watching, which is pretty crazy to say if you know what this is, was Rosario Vampire, and that was because it was on Netflix, and I watched that whole thing, and is what makes me question. I'm straight, but like anyway, Rosario Vampire. That was one of the first seasons that I watched. I also watched. I really liked Promise Neverland. Also, there's this one anime that I really liked that only had one season called Dead Man Wonderland, I believe. Yeah, I don't know if anyone knows. I really like the dark animes. Basically, I'm really into like, or not anymore. I don't really keep up with animes anymore. I tried to watch Bleach, couldn't get into it. I tried to watch Hunter x Hunter, which I heard everybody loves. I couldn't get into it. Especially ones that have like long, like hella seasons and hella episodes and like it's just very hard for me to watch TV in general, so I never was able to get into those. Like maybe if I was watching them in real time when they came out I would have been able to watch, but no. I did watch all the first original seasons of Naruto. um what else? I never watched Dragon Ball Z, even though my uncles were obsessed with Dragon Ball Z. I never really got into it. And there's like a few other animes that I've watched that Erased I think was one. Yeah, there's a handful of animes that I've watched that were pretty good, but those are the few that come off the top of my head. But anyway, let's get into my sketchbook. So did I write the date on here? I probably did it. I didn't. I never dated any of my art, but we'll just go with the first one. Oh shoot! I almost just turned off my thing. Here's this cool girl. I was inspired I was inspired to draw this by because of Fruits Mag. At the time when I drew this, I was really obsessed with Fruits magazine, and I still am. And I just think she's so cute. Like I tried to give her like a cute little fit. I've always been into skirts over pants. Like before it became like a thing, I've been on that. I already knew it was gonna come into style. I can't even tell you because the date's not there. And then Ether, that's my name brand of like my clothing brand and just like my art page when I had it, that's what it was called. And she's like sticking up her middle finger, has this cute little like cylinder bag that I'm pretty sure people have seen that I actually was inspired by from this one collection that Vivian Westwood had at the time where they were doing these like tartan plaid cylinder bags that were like kind of like pouches at the top. Like I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, you know. Maybe I can like find a photo and insert, and then I gave her like a little belly ring. And mind you, I did this without a pencil. This was like just straight up micron pen. So your girl can draw like in order I know it's like simple, but in order to do this, like you can't mess up. Like so and what anyway, the next thing I drew was something more Winx and Bratz inspired. Obviously, that's a Bratz face, very Bratz inspired, and I was just like messing around with highlighters, like just regular sketch. And then this was kind of more Winx inspired, and I was really into like pixie cuts at the time. Take a look at that anatomy. She's looking good. Wings fire, like so cool. Anyway, I'm like hyping up my own art. I'm proud of this. I'm proud of a lot of the stuff that I did in here. here's just another like random drawing of like anatomy. You'll see there's a motif of only drawing women in here. That's because I like drawing women. I mean, I'm recently now. I'll actually show you my new sketchbook that I started. I'm my new goal with the sketchbook is to focus more on the male physique and how to draw that more because I even in like class when I was figure drawing, we mainly only had the female nude model. We did not get a lot. Like we had the male model every once in a while, but we were mainly drawing the female model. So yeah, here's some like I didn't even finish this. Like what even is that? I'm not that proud of that one, but it's fine. That's what that is. Okay. Anyway, this this sketchbook is like falling apart. um. Okay, here's another like photo I drew from like a reference photo I found off of Pinterest. A lot of the reference photos that I also drew or were drawing from this are from like my own Pinterest. Maybe I can like throw my Pinterest in if anybody wants to follow it. I don't know why you'd want to, but yeah, just like another, just focusing on anatomy, which I'm actually pretty proud of these. These were pretty good. Um, I have a very sketchy hand. Like I'm not super clean with it, but I also really like to have expressive lines. So yeah, there's that. Here's something else I drew. I started on this, hated it. Like what is going on with that body? What is going anyway? But this is pretty fire. I love how this looks. Like this looks so like robot chic. I don't even know what like how to explain this, but like fire. Fire. I like this. I like how this came out. Um okay, this one I actually turned into a poster design, which I will also try to like insert a reference of like the actual poster design in here because I know I have it in my camera roll where I could just probably insert it, or I can find the actual poster to show you guys. But I really didn't want to edit this video, and if I went to go to try to like grab it, actually, fuck it, give me a second. Okay, I found it. I'm gonna have to cut it out, but basically, I turned this sketch and I morphed it into design, and I actually was selling these posters, but I still have a whole bunch that I did not sell. But it wasn't that expensive to like get a whole bunch of them, and I turned it into this. I graphic designed all of this myself. It says Underworld, and then it has like I got this from like a national. The back is like scanned into like a scanner, and it's like a National Geographic magazine from whatever day. And like I photoshopped these wings. All this was done on Photoshop and a little bit of no. I think I mainly did this on Photoshop. But yeah, I love this. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I did. Also, I grabbed one of these too because I also did this as a poster. And obviously this is from Bratz, and I just was like experimenting, but I also turned this into a poster to sell, and which I did sell some of them. Okay, next one, one of my favorite cartoon characters of all time. Well, I don't know if all time, but it's one of my favorite cartoon characters. Obviously, you guys might know who this is. This is Starfire from Teen Titans, and I drew her. Yeah, so guys, I'm really an artist for real. Like I feel like I've said that so many times on this channel, but I never really like showed any of my work. Okay, this also was a this next drawing that I'm showing you is also a reference from a fruits mag that I found. So you could find it's not exactly the same, but like if you maybe you might recognize where I referenced this but I basically just drew them. Yeah, not like super detailed, but that shows you kind of my skill level. I'm not super detailed, but whatever. Okay, here is me just messing around and I drew a frog, or I didn't even finish this one, but I think like it looks really good. This is like when I was drawing every single day, and I was at like, taking the courses. And then here's another frog. I think I just decided to finish it on the next page, but this time I did it with colored pencil. Yeah. Oh, I was about to skip over this. Why did I do that? I'm not that crazy about this one, but I'm just gonna show you guys everything. I guess this was supposed to be like skater inspired, but and that was supposed to be dreadlocks. obviously you can see my weaknesses, things that I haven't really practiced before, or I don't know. I don't like how this one came out. Like this could have been better executed, I guess. It's not horrible, but just like it's whatever. I don't know. Then here's another thing I use as like a reference photo from like some anime girl, and then I just kind of like added my own twist to it. I actually really like how this one came out. Um, it's pretty simple though. It's like pretty simple. Like nothing really crazy going on here. An empty page, but at the very top corner, I drew a woman's bust. So, and I think it actually looks pretty like anatomically. That's not how you say it. It looks a ton of anatomy wise. It's accurate. That's what I was trying to say. Um, I try to do a quick sketch of my uncle sitting down. It is not good, like, but it was with micron pen, and the whole point of this exercise was to do it as fast as I could, not looking at the paper. So this is what I did while I wasn't looking at the paper and I was looking directly at my uncle while drawing him. Because that was actually a very common practice that I would do when I was in like the figure drawing classes. Like he encouraged us to not look at the paper and draw what we actually see. So there, like when we were drawing the nude model, the like art easel stool thing that we'd have our big, mind you, large paper. We would always be drawing in huge proportions. Like it would be over here, and you would just be looking and drawing, and like honestly, at first it felt so silly and dumb, but you would really get some accurate parts. And like basically, after we would finish doing that, if, after a few like sessions, and like he would time us, you would look back at your art, we would all like analyze our art and see what came out, what lines actually were, like it was very artistic. Like you would look at it and you would see, okay, what actually was pretty accurate, what forms did you get, like it was, anyway, it was very interesting. And there's a lot of practices or ways to draw that I learned from that class that I still practice today, that anytime I use those techniques, even if I fall out of practice, just doing the techniques I learned brings me right back where I'm able to like draw pretty good, even if I'm like out of practice for a while, if that makes any sense. Um, and then here's something else. I guess this was also kind of skater inspired. I don't know. This is just like a random doodle. It's definitely something I found on Pinterest or saw on Pinterest that I tried to like somewhat recreate. Oh, here's one that I really like, except I didn't fully finish it. There's a lot of unfinished stuff in my sketchbook, but such is my life. Invader Zim, one of my favorite cartoons, also very accurate, and I filled up the whole page. I think this looks great, and if I did decide to finish it, I could, but I think like once I finally get the concept down and I can see that I'm like, I think the whole point of my sketchbook is like, oh, if I could do it, if I could get the general concept, I'm like, oh, I could draw that. All right. I don't need I've seen enough. I don't need to draw anymore. I feel like that's what my sketchbook gives. Like, okay, you drew just up to the point where you could see what it is, and then you just stopped. I don't know. Oh, this is also another one I'm really proud of. Now her head's slight like in terms of like proportion wise, her head is slightly like too big for her body, I think. But it's also anime, and like cartoon heads are usually bigger than the body. But what it's still, I could, because of like my eye, I can definitely see that the proportions are slightly off. But I loved like the color and the shading that I did on this. I actually did this with colored pencil. I forgot the name of the brand. Prismacolor pencils. That's like my favorite way of like drawing, but I'm still very proud of it. I think it looks awesome. Yeah. Anyway, also something else I found from Pinterest. Like, if you recognize any of these like these things from Pinterest, don't sue me, okay? Like, it's just the way I learn, okay? Jesus. This one I tried doing from my head, I think. Not my favorite, but the hair was inspired by codename Kids Next Door, the older sister of number 5. If you know what I'm talking about, I might insert a photo. And then like hold on. What is this little Hello Kitty thing going on right here? Like why did I put that there? I don't know. Okay, this is an anime face from one of Ayazawa's mangas. I can't remember which one it was, and I just didn't finish it. And it looks a little bit off, but anyway. That's probably why I didn't finish it. There was like a lot of times where I would like start a drawing, and if I just didn't like it, I'm like, all right, new page. um, oh, this is another one that I really like. That's pretty original. I probably like used a Pinterest photo for like a reference for the body, but the hair and like the outfit styling and all of that was me. What all me. Very fire. I love this. Gave her a little yellow shine for her legs, like alien types. I love making characters without race. Like not because there's anything wrong with race, but I just wanted to remove race out of my characters, and I just wanted to see the characters as characters and not associate it with black, white, like whatever. Like no, this is just a girl. I don't know why that's like a theme. I can't really explain my thought process behind that. I just when I draw things, I just knew like when it came down to coloring the skin tone, I always was like, I don't want it to be brown, I don't want it to be white, I don't want it to be anything. So then I would just draw it pink, blue, purple. Like, you get what I'm saying? Okay, so this page is very infamous because this is what I used when I was brainstorming like my t-shirt designs and things like this. I don't know if anyone actually you might not recognize this, but let me show you. I did a whole collection with screen prints of this and this. And this was like Spitfire, like the skate brand inspired. But let me show you. Hold on. A whole collection with this on a lot of different things, and it's also around my apartment too. But you see, it all started here. That's so like you see how I light up about this. It's because I genuinely love this shit. I genuinely love this shit. But it all started with this sketch. It all started with this sketch. This became my logo, my motif for my first collection that I ever did. And this is the collection that I took to New York and sold nearly all of my stuff. This is what I kept for myself. And I do have photos of the stuff that I made, so I actually might insert them in the video just so you can see what I sold. There's a few things that I regret selling that I wish I kept for myself, but I can make more stuff. But yeah, like I'm a real deal artist, guys. Like things go from sketchbook to real life in our real life, okay? Like I just this is why I wanted to do this video. I wanted you guys to understand that I am very passionate about this and I have not given up on this. Like there's a lot more that I want to do when it comes to design and like my art. But here's something else I drew. I guess it was supposed to be like a fairy demon. I don't know what this is what this is, but she looks like she's like cold and hiding something, and she's been through a lot. I think this was like honestly expressing my own emotions at the time. Like this is kind of how I feel. Anyway, I don't know if that makes any sense. And oh, let me just tell you. So her mouth says ether. She has like these angel these wings. She's wearing like this little dress. It's kind of like Betty Boop inspired. She even has like the little thing that goes on your leg, and then you see her little green heels. And I was just playing with color and like expressive lines, and she's also kind of like tearing up, I think. And this was, I guess, yeah, I feel like this was like honestly kind of expressing emotion on a page for me because this is kind of how I feel. That's also how I started drawing. There were so many times when I was a kid, like I started drawing when I was like 9, 10, 11. No, 9 or 10. Definitely started like 9 or 10. And like the way I used to draw is I would like play a song repeat to get that feeling. And like let's say if I was sad, I would draw something sad. If I was happy, I would draw something happy. If I was crushing on a boy at school, I would draw something of like a boy and a girl together. Like I was very much emotionally based when I first initially started drawing, and that's an old sketchbooks I can't even find. I think some of them are in Atlanta. I might have some of those, but honestly I lost them. I don't know where they are. I think they might be at my mom's house. Here's something I like colored in that my ex drew because we were doing a lot of collab drawings at the time. Because he was also like an artist, so we were like, oh, let's put our brains together and draw something and like our love, whatever. I don't know. What I don't. Anyway, such an artsy fartsy bitch. Oh, this is like another one I'm super proud of. I love this. Like this is so hard. And then this is like a saying that I wanted to go along with my brand called First World Bitch. because I don't know, like it just resonated with me. Like I feel like all my problems that I have are so first world, and it's supposed to be like a double entendre. Like it's supposed to be kind of like controversial, like, oh, you're a first world bitch, like how consumed in your own life are you? And then it's also like a reminder, like, okay, you live in the first world, your problems are not that deep, be grateful for what you have. Like, do you understand? Like, do you get it? Like, it's like, oh, first world bitch, like, oh, you're proud to be in the first world, but it's also like, you're in the first world, like think like you could have it so much worse. Like, you get what I'm saying? I feel like that's such like a real ass like phrase. I don't know. I really, there's a lot of meaning behind this. And then this pose was inspired by something I saw on Pinterest, but it's very, very like almost, and then the way I drew this cat at the bottom, it almost looked like she pooped that. I don't know why I put that right there. If I ever like scan this in to if I scan this in on like a scanner and upload it to like design, I'd probably just get rid of that. But yeah, I really want to do something with this in the future. Like, I don't know, I'm just obsessed with that. Oh, like just get more of the details. I'm so quick to take this away, but like get into the details. Again, you can see a motif here with like my expressive lines. I'm really into expressive lines. Cheetah print jacket, Liberty Spike, and this is supposed to be like, she's just so hard. Like, she's just so cool. Like, when I see this, it screams cool to me. So Y2K cool, like punk rock. I love it. I love it. Okay. Next one is this girl sitting down, except I didn't draw anything that she's sitting on, but this pose is her sitting. She's wearing baggy pants, spiked shoes, and a very like I don't know. I think this was like based on like an Asian girl I saw sitting pose. So like, I don't know. I yeah, that's pretty much it. But I was just practicing like a different pose. It didn't really fully like, what's going on here. I don't know, but that's probably just because I wasn't talented enough to do it, skilled enough to do it. This page is so blah, but I'm trying to show you every part of my sketchbook. What is that? I don't know. Moving on. Moving on. I think that was like a concept. Oh, this is another one. Honestly, I need to like open up the sketchbook and finish up some of these. This was supposed to be like a half evil bunny, half cat teddy bear situation, and I really like the concept of this. Like, I might even go back and finish this or like restart it because like I really like the concept of this. I wanted this to be a design for like a t-shirt, for like a baby tee, but or like a like something I could screen print something on, but unfinished. What the fuck? What the fuck? I even have like an empty page in here. Like, what's going on? Another unfinished thing that I feel like I should have definitely finished. It's a girl with money in her hands and it's stuffed in her skirt and she's walking around and she's supposed to be a bad bitch. I need to finish this. You know what? I am going to make a series where I finish these sketches, okay? We're just gonna move on because that's such a cool concept. I was drawing some eyes, some expressive eyes. Yeah, didn't finish. So much unfinished work. This is a lot about my character, doesn't it? Oh, another favorite, rocket power. This looks fire. I love this, how this turned out. I covered the whole entire page. Rocket power. Who likes rocket power? Shout out. Okay, anyway. Oh, wrong way, wrong way. Wait, no, it's just the right. Wait, what? Oh, okay, this way. I like I drew in this like notebook upside down too, so sometimes it's kind of hard to see what is what, but here's another just random page of me doing random doodles. Not all these pages are like perfect. Again, going the wrong way because I drew that upside down. All right. Okay, here's another one. I am so in love with this cat, but it looks like there's something wrong with it, but in the cutest way ever. And then here's some more random doodles. A heart. Like, this is me. This also expresses some kind of emotion, I feel. I do not like just a tired, sleazy looking heart. Honestly, I love this. I feel like I need to like do something with that. Like, I would definitely put that on a shirt. Um am I going the right way? I think I am. Okay, here's another one where I was just practicing figures again. Fail, absolute fail. I was drawing a woman from the back. What is going on here? I don't know. But this looks pretty good. Girl crossing her legs on her phone, body, body T. I love drawing my characters with body T. Body posit neutrality, body positivity over here, but like body T, like why would I not? Anyway. Oh, I'm going the wrong way again. Okay. We're almost to the end, guys. Oh my god, we're 31 minutes in. Okay, yeah, we're dang near to the end. I was drawing heads and like different angles. Yeah. Okay, anyway, because I think I didn't like it, but for some reason her face reminds me of Baby Sosa, another underground artist people might not know of, but like this reminds me of like an anime Baby Sosa. I love this face. I need to like recreate this in my new sketchbook and like redraw it. Okay, we're getting to the last few pages, but this is just a bunny. Oh, wrong way again. This is a character I saw on Pinterest and I tried to recreate, but then gave up on with doodles at the bottom. This is kind of mid, but I appreciate what it was. Oh, I like this page. I thought this was pretty fire. I also saw something similar to this on Pinterest, and I found this is like from that anime, the Aeon. No, I forgot the name of the anime. Something with Evangelion, something. Like it was a girl doing this pose, and I just tried to turn it into my own thing. Again, I put her in a pixie cut, but it just I don't think I finished. The face looks so weird. Again, characters that didn't really go to plan. I don't really like the composition of this, but it is what it is. I think this concept is cool, but I don't know if I really like how I did her face. And what I was gonna do was I was gonna take this sketch, put it into Blender, and then make a 3D model of this, but I didn't end up doing it. But I will retry again in the future. That's why I have her standing out like this. So when you build the character, you can build it by turning like the flat image in Blender, and then like you could build the 3D model off of that. And then when you rig the character, because the limbs are already spread out, you can just easily rig it onto something. I don't know if you guys would even understand what I'm saying. Here's a random anime girl that I don't like her face. Like it looks bad. It looks bad. Whatever. This pose was inspired by Rihanna, but I did not finish it. It's like, what even is this? It's nothing. I didn't even make it. Oh, and one of my favorite art pieces that I also turned into like art, but here it is. I digitized this and like made this into a design on Adobe, but I'm not gonna look for that. I don't think I sold that as a poster anywhere, so take it in. This alt punk rock baddie. I love it. Anyway, me drawing models, eyes, doodle page, and then another doodle page with an unfinished anime girl and whatever this is. Oh, another iconic one. I love color. This was all done with Prismacolor. All the colorful ones you've seen are made with Prismacolored pencils. So yeah, I was just having a lot of fun with the color combinations. Love it. Oh, and my ether motif, except I didn't put the extra E and the extra R because I just think I ran out of space. Oh, this is another one, another colored, another fun one. It's supposed to give like cool stoner skater guy. Yeah, I like this a lot. I love the color. And then I try to do a little bit of like shading. It's very like faint, but you could like, it's giving it kind of like, what is that dimension. I love it. I love it. Oh, I did really good on these boots. I drew these boots because I'm manifesting boots like this. I want boots like this so bad. I found this on Pinterest. They're just so cute. And I drew one, I colored one, and then I left one black and white. And yeah, I think that's the last page. Yeah, that was the last page. So yes, thank you for watching. This was what's in my university sketchbook, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna edit this. Hopefully the voiceover part isn't too long and that like the microphone got most of the audio before it died. But thanks again for watching, and I love you guys.